Hey everyone, Mike here, Rusty Garage and Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Today, first thing, I'm gonna go let the cows out in the pasture closest to the house since that grass is getting pretty tall. Then we're gonna get tiny and we're gonna have a conversation about what I dislike about the TYM 2515H. Okay, like I said, let's get the cows up here. See, you probably can't see them. They're off back in the timber down in there. Come on! They'll be up here in just a second. So, let's open the gate here. And look at them coming. Come on. Come on, greener pastures. Right over here. Hello, Mr. Bull. Get some fly stuff on you. Babies are coming. Then we got two calves over here. Just aren't quite the smartest. Come on, get out of the way. There you go. Yeah, get back towards the gate. Come on. Yep, you're gonna go right through, ain't you? Silly cows. It's hard to keep these barbed wire where they should be on smooth pipe. You really need to have those clips on it to keep that. All there is a piece of wire going around so that barbed wire can slide up and down on these H-posts. Okay, well, cows are happy. They've got this pasture and then this pasture out here that goes up by the corral, and that stuff's a couple feet tall over there, so they're going to spend a little bit of time out here just keeping this stuff eat down and let some of this other stuff grow up. We're going to do a bunch of brush hogging out here. There's a bunch of weeds and stuff coming up. You get those cut out of the way so the grass can grow. But anyways, this video is not about cows. This is about what I don't like about this machine, so let's get to it. Okay, these are the 8 things I don't really like about this tractor. This list, there's nothing really particular in order of things I dislike more than the others. These are just things I've observed so far running the machine. Now, a lot of these things on this list are just personal preference. I really don't feel that most people would have any issues with them. I understand why they do some things they do, but I don't really think that there's just one tractor that's gonna just fill the needs to a T for anybody out there. That's why you customize some things and you get things laid out the way you want it. All right, first thing on the list, to me, is the loader controls. I've had tractors in the past that the loader controls are up on the loader like they're on the TYM here. That's fine. It is more reliable. There's less moving parts to it. It's just kind of up here out of the way. To me, I prefer to have the loader controls on a console right here to the right of the seat. I just think that's more comfortable to operate, but again, personal preference. Okay, one of the next features I like about this tractor is having the auto throttle. Now, when I was looking at the Coyotes, the 2620s, those have the link pedal, which it's the same thing. If you don't know what that is, that's when you press on the forward or reverse pedals, the engine will automatically rev up dependent on how far you have the pedals pressed. And that is a feature that I wanted, that I was going to have to add to the Coyote if I went that direction. But the TYM comes standard with auto throttle, which that was another selling point to me. But there is one thing I do not like about the auto throttle on this machine, and that's I cannot turn the auto throttle off. If I went with the Coyote and got the link pedal, that actually has a switch where you can turn it on and off. The TYM you can't. It is on all the time and there's not really anything you can do about it. So I wish that was an option to be able to turn the auto throttle off. There's certain occasions that would be beneficial to have, but it is what it is. Came with it, it works great. I just wish it did have the feature to be able to turn it off. Okay, my next complaint about the TYM 2515, I'm pretty sure a lot of manufacturers, not just TYM, don't do this, so it's kind of a shot across the board for most manufacturers. But on the console here, you've got your coolant temperature, your fuel, your RPMs, your hours. You do have some lights that come up in here. There's some other ones in here that aren't lit because there's no issue. But I really feel, being a hydrostat tractor, there should be some sort of hydrostat hydraulic gauge somewhere up here letting you know the temperature of the hydrostat system. Because on a hydrostat tractor, the temperature means a lot. You don't want to overheat your hydrostat or your hydraulics or anything like that. That can deteriorate the life of that system. So I really think from the factory, especially on the hydrostat tractors, that should be a standard feature. Okay, my next gripe is the four-wheel drive lever. The engagement lever to put it in four-wheel drive or take it out of four-wheel drive is all the way down here. So you've pretty much got to bend over to be able to press this down or pull it up. I think it would be nice to have a switch up here on the dash to be able to engage and disengage the four-wheel drive. Okay, the next thing is along the same lines. The parking brake for this machine is way down here. You've pretty much got to reach the floorboard on this machine to be able to get your parking brake. And that's kind of a pain versus having a control up here by your legs next to the seat. That'd be a lot more convenient and comfortable. Okay, next thing for me is at the rear of the machine, and it is a hingeable PTO cover. This machine does not have one. It is solid bolted to everything. To me, having a hingeable PTO cover just makes life a whole lot easier, especially when it comes to hooking up and unhooking things from your PTO shaft. Being able to flip that up out of the way just gives you more room, lets you be able to see. And there's a lot of manufacturers that don't give you a hingeable PTO cover from the factory, and there's some that do. All right, the next thing I don't really care for, and it's more specific to this machine, is also at the rear of it. So on this machine, to hook up the backhoe, see, we got the backhoe on it, but to be able to hook up the backhoe, you have to remove the 3-point arms. See, both sides don't have it. Your links would come down here and run into the lift arm, and it'll actually pin in right here where this is pinned in on the backhoe subframe. So I haven't taken the backhoe off of this machine yet. I will here shortly, and we'll get the 3-point arms installed. But I'm curious to see how this process is of taking this backhoe off of this machine and having to hook back up to the 3-point arms. It would just be really nice if you were able to leave the 3-point arms off, because that's just one less thing that you're going to have to mess with putting the backhoe on and off. So the last thing that I really don't care for about this machine is I could not order armrest, and this tractor did not come with armrest on the seat. To me, that's another comfort thing. People that have these machines, tractors in general, they normally spend quite a bit of time in the seat. So you want to make it as convenient and comfortable as possible for the operator. Now, this wouldn't even be a gripe on my list, but whenever I purchased this machine, I did talk to the salesman to see if it was an option, because if it was an option, I was going to add armrest to the seat just because I feel it should be equipped with armrest. But you can see there's no armrest on this tractor, and there's not really even a spot to hook armrest to. I thought maybe this was a knockout and that armrest could be bolted into here. Did not see. That does not come out, and there's no mounting holes for an armrest. Now I know on the Bad Boy machine that's kind of equivalent to this, those have armrest on them, but this tractor does not. So I kind of thought that was kind of odd, and I thought worst case I could order armrest for a Bad Boy tractor and they would fit on this. But I don't think that's the case. I think I would have to swap the entire seat out to be able to have armrest on this machine. Now I do understand why TYM has went the direction, or Branson went the direction with a lot of the features that I mentioned in this list. And the main reason for all that is the cost. It's cheaper to put the loader controls up on the loader versus having its own dedicated console. It's cheaper not to have armrest. So I get why the parking brake and the 4-wheel drive switch are down where they're at. The linkage is a lot shorter being down there. So essentially all that makes the machine cheaper. Everything I mentioned on this list is because of the cost of manufacturing. If I was to do it all over again, would I still buy this machine? Well, like I said in previous videos, I've looked at John Deere's, Mahindras, Massey Ferguson's, Coyotes, LS's, Bad Boys, and still for the money for this machine, I don't think it can be beat. Most of the gripes I had are a personal preference for me. Not everyone's gonna have the same opinion, and that's fine. But these are things things I just want to show you all, in case you're in the market for it, of things that I don't really care for about this machine. The hingeable PTO cover, to me, I don't know, that should be standard, I feel, on just all manufacturers, just because it is a pain when you cannot flip up the cover to be able to see what you're doing when you're trying to unhook and hook up PTO shafts. The 3-point arms I kind of get. From everything I found, this is supposed to be a lot stronger the way this subframe hooks up to this machine, hooking into where the 3-point arms go. Everyone, I hope you found some of the information helpful in this video, especially if you're looking to possibly purchase a machine like this in the future. Just certain things to look for. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on some of these. Are they an issue? Are they a non-issue? Let me know. Everyone, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.